Alright, am I actually live this time? I guess I'll have to check manually. Twitch says I am live, it looks like it. Yeah, Twitch says I'm streaming. Okay, I don't know what the issue was last time then. So I guess just for reference, I just streamed for like 20 minutes and I wasn't actually live. Which, that was something. And I only noticed because I usually get a unread message in George's server when I go live. And I realized I didn't get that, so I was like, that's interesting. But yep, I just got the notification now in his channel, so okay, this time I am actually live. Good to know. Well, that sucked. The run which I had to actually like stop doing because I realized I wasn't live was like actually on decent pace. Which just kind of hurts even more. That's fine, it's whatever. I also, like, I talked quite a lot about stuff, and now I realise if I want that to actually be heard by anyone, then I'm gonna have to just go over what I said again. But, sure, let's just get back to what I was doing. I guess I gotta drag the arcade folder back into the save thing. It sucks. I've never like had that happen to me before. Where I think I'm streaming but I'm not. And I don't know why that happened either. It was bizarre. I assume it was just an OBS thing. I guess now I'm actually streaming, I should test the performance again. Because I don't know, maybe my performance is worse now I'm actually streaming. Because I was getting like consistent 30 FPS before and it was like surprising me. Because I don't usually. Usually drops below 30 FPS quite often. Oh yeah, okay, so first things first, I have the graphical settings turned all the way down this time to try and help my performance, so we've got like glitchy, seizure-inducing cars this time. This still looks to be kind of okay. I can handle the seizure-inducing cars. I was saying before that it might distract me because of how like flashy they are, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I did like 3 races in the run which wasn't live, which had those flashy cars and it was alright. It didn't distract me all that much. I guess I can actually start doing the run now. It feels like that run which I just tried to do didn't happen because I wasn't live. If a streamer does a run and nobody's around to watch it, does it really happen? So yeah, all my graphics settings are down to like the absolute minimum. I could go lower using like the debug thing, but that in my experience that hasn't ever got me better performance and it makes the game look awful. So yeah, I would rather just like go with this. I guess I can just start. I'm kind of apprehensive now though that I'm not actually going to be live. So all of the cars are flashy. That's weird. I don't know like what causes this because in the last run I did race 1 in the Punto and it wasn't flashing like this. And then I did race 2 and it was fine. And then I did race 3 and that's when the cars started flashing. So it's almost like once it triggers it doesn't like go away. I can't check any of the other cars because I haven't got the later series unlocked yet. But they all seem to be doing this, so I'm not sure like what kind of lighting glitch this is. I don't know. Okay, before I start doing the run I'm going to do another check that I am actually live. OBS says I'm live, as it did last time as well, but I want to make absolutely sure. I don't run into the same goddamn issue. Twitch, please. Okay, it does say I'm live. I hope that's actually true. I mean, I trust in Twitch. And I'm not sure I trust in OBS anymore. Alright, in that instance, I suppose I'm ready to go. Just a bit apprehensive now, I'm like, am I actually live? Whatever. I'll just go for it. Decent first couple corners. I imagine if anyone shows up in chat, they're going to be like, what the hell is going on with your car? And I'm going to have to explain the bug again. Because I mean, this is very apparent. It's not like you could watch the stream and not notice that this is happening. Right, there we go, that was pretty decent. I think I'm slowly getting better at like the first race in the run, but I mean that's to be expected. That Punto race does have some weird physics going on though, so it's like, if you want to reset on the first run, on the first race in the run, then like there are many ways that you can, because that race has some weird physics where you can lose a bunch of time accidentally. I'm trying to like retrace my steps and think about what I was saying when I wasn't actually live. Just to see if there's anything worth repeating. I mean, I said again about how I just want to be consistent, so I sort of want in between a 131 and a 131 and a half. That would be nice. I did only get into like the 5th race in the run before I realised what was up. It was like only, I think it was like 15 minutes of stream. It was like 15 to 20 minutes, I don't remember. But it was only like 8 minutes of actual run. I think, anyway. Yeah, this is how the game normally looks. Nothing weird here. Yeah, they really went with a weird art direction, didn't they, for the cars? Got to split. Whoops. Apparently that was 6.5 seconds ahead of my best run. I changed my comparison. I think I said this when I was actually offline, when I thought I was live. But I changed my comparison because last time I realised, like right towards the end of the run, that I was comparing against bests rather than my actual like PB, or my quote-unquote PB, because I don't have my actual PB splits, but I mean I have my best time since I've been doing these derusts, which was like 2 streams ago. Yeah, this is feeling a bit more like it. I noted when I was like doing the previous run that this track was getting like consistent 30 FPS, and that's a bit unusual. I did that last time as well. But yeah, now I'm dropping below 30 FPS pretty often, so yeah, this is much of the same as usual. I said this is kind of like the stress test for my performance, because this one's like in the rain. And Campbell Hills usually seems to be one of the more like graphically intensive areas in the game, in my experience, or at least for my computer. So for PB, if I were to get a PB, which I'm obviously not going to, I very much wouldn't want to have this glitch going on during the entire run, just because it looks kind of ugly. It looks cool to me, but to like your average viewer, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" So if I were to be getting an actual PB, then I'd want to have my graphics settings above the minimum, so this doesn't happen. But because these are practice runs and I'm not even recording them, it's like, makes absolutely no difference whether I have this glitch going or not. Alright, so last time, like in the run previous to this one, this is the last race I did before I realised that something was up. I got a better start than last time as well. I got trapped behind the AI car along this long straight on the last attempt. On the first lap of this course, right at the beginning, you kind of got to barrel into that first turn. Like, if it means that you get ahead of the, like, if it means that you take first, then you just got to barrel into the first corner. What I'm trying to say, because being in first, like at the beginning of the first lap of this course is more important than taking that first corner well. Decent corner. I could have done that with more speed, but it was clean. The lighting bug like really affects the car along this straight. It just flashes white. I've also got the really dumb spoiler for the prelude. Like, the prelude is such a weird car to include in this game. It's not, like, it's a boring car. I get why they added it, because it's like a Honda, so it's kind of like associated with tuner culture, but it's not one of the more popular ones. It's kind of just a boring sedan. Okay, that was kind of bad. I was just like, okay, I'll use the rest of my nitrous along this straight, and then I went over the bump and I just kind of like steered to the left, despite the fact I didn't steer to the left. Or I did like a little bit, but then because I had air, it like turned me around a lot. I mean, I've just remembered I have controller input now, so you can see what happened. I guess on that note, I should probably say thank you to George for helping me get that set up last night. It looks very cool. Oh boy. Flashing. Hey, this is kind of apt, right? Because these are Dodge Neons and they're like flashing neon colors. Except mine's not really, it's just kind of white. I wonder what the deciding factor is in like what color nitrous you get. Because it seems to be like depending on what color your car is, you get different color nitrous. Like so at the moment I've kind of got like a green yellow by the looks of things. Yeah. But unless I'm just being incredibly stupid, I think you can get multiple different colors. And that's the thing you can get in Midnight Club as well, but like I'm pretty sure you can get multiple colored nitrous like in this game. But I don't know what determines it. I always thought it might have something to do with your HUD color, but like I've got green nitrous and there's a blue HUD. Default HUD. I guess we'll see, not that this really matters. I'm making a bigger deal out of this than what it actually is, but I guess I'll see what color nitrous the next car I drive has. Which, if I remember correctly, will be the 206, because it's the Midnight series next. I thought for like half a second that this was the final lap there and that I hadn't used like about half of my nitrous. I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a big time loss because of that then. Yeah, these splits are helping. The, like the in-game splits, like the new leaderboard file I made specifically for arcade. I might distribute that once I've got like more data, once I've done more of these runs, I might distribute that like in the resources on speedrun.com for anyone who wants it. Because it's helpful for like comparisons. Or it's pretty simple just to make your own one though, so I'm not sure if comparing against my individual lap times is really going to be all that helpful for beginners. I lost a second there apparently. That might be just down to menuing. Because that was a pretty decent Juice Games series, I think. I can't be the only person who never uses this this gradient in like quick race, in custom race, because like this is the gradient that Sue uses, so it feels weird to use like Sue's gradient and also have like this vinyl on the side. Like I never use the blue and green one which Carlos uses either. This is probably going to sound kind of pathetic, but like, I'm sort of proud of myself that I've managed to keep this going as like a 4-day series now. I guess series isn't really the right word, it's not like I'm doing a production here, but like, knowing my sleep cycle, I'm surprised I've managed to do this like at pretty much the same time every day for like the last 4 days. was kind of a weird curb clip there. I don't think it lost me much time, but it was a bit awkward. That last lap was a bit slow. Oh boy, very flashy CRXs. Alright, I got ahead earlier, that's good. I was like, where did the music go? I didn't hear any music for like 10 seconds or something. I guess the last track had like a really quiet outro, or like faded out or something, so I couldn't hear it. I think it was Rotina, it was like Dua or something. Alright, wall grind here. I almost forgot about that. Even though I was like aimed right towards it, I forgot that we did the wall grind there for like half a second. Alright, it was a good corner. That felt a bit risky. Like, I was off the curb and then I was on the curb and then I was like off it again. It was kind of like, I thought I might get a weird bounce there, but it was fine. New lap record, oh boy. So when I see that now, I actually know that I got a good time. Which is incredibly helpful. Oh, that was so good. That was like amazing. I think before my PB did it quicker. This was a really good final lap. Now I just need to not mess up the wall grind. There we go. That was a super good final lap, holy shit. Right, so this is now number 3. I nearly hit number 4. Flashy Miatas. I need more of this like fucking like breakcore in my playlist. I feel like it shouldn't be good driving music, but it is. I also know this like shit is like hard to listen to if you don't like it. So that's probably not a good idea. When I made the playlist I tried to add like music that isn't hard on the ears. But like this music's good for me. I don't have enough nitrous to do that full like nitrous turn 1. This lighting bug also seems to like show you the different parts of the car and how they're separated. Like I can't see the bug happening on the rear bumper from this angle. It just seems to be like happening on the body section of the car. And then if you turn it like seems to be happening on the back as well. I'm pretty sure this is like a lighting thing. I like never play with while this bug's happening because why would I? Alright. Challenge series, that's number 1. Corolla time. Corolla's one of the ones I need more practice on. Oh, that looks weird. With this one, I'm always trying to use all my nitrous, because it's like one lap. 41's good. Yeah, I'm always trying to use all my nitrous. So is this now 2 or 3? I don't know which one the Ford Focus is. Okay, it's 3. It says it's 134. Ooh, flashy focus. Interesting. I don't know why it's flashing pink. This car is like very blue. I'm not sure where the pink's coming from. I get it if it was like a blue and pink gradient, but it's not. Right here I gotta like let off the gas. There. That turns tighter than it looks in this direction. I think I might hold 6th around that corner usually, I don't remember. I think this one's like guaranteed 5th. I guess it's all just down to how risky you want to play it. Okay, 108, it's like slow, but meh. Whatever, it's a perfect lap race, I'll take slow. I think my Beetle yesterday was pretty good. Oh yeah, you're not supposed to go up into 5th there. That was kind of slow. Point to point is 234, I remember that. I'm like 15 seconds ahead apparently, which is kind of strange, I don't know why. This would be really funny if I actually did this, if I had this bug going during makeshift, that'd be funny. Because there'd be like people watching who have no idea. I tried to nitrous there, and it just caused me a bunch of understeer. This car handles so weird. Like, it understeers, it oversteers, it just, like, it never handles how you expect it to. Whatever. So next up is Ford Focus. Ford Focus and then Corolla. Not Corolla, Celica. I kind of used a lot of nitrous there. I probably shouldn't have done that. There's a lot of like hairpin turns in this one, so yeah, I sort of want to save the nitrous for after those. To get yourself back up to speed. And not do what I did and use it all like on the first corner. That was wide. I didn't see the corner coming that quickly there. Yeah, I used all that nitrous way too early. Whoops. I think this should be fine. I don't think this is going to be a massive time loss because I don't nitrous along here. Hopefully not anyway. I'm getting a lot of like breakcore and hardcore in the shuffle today, which is fine by me. Hey, that was a good thing there. Right, that was the last event, right, in the point-to-point? I think so. Yeah, it was, we did all three. Neat. Import series 234. Why am I 25 seconds ahead? This is stupid. My splits are stupid. Okay, that was a bit weird. I didn't mean to shift down to first there. Oops. I double tapped X. Or I guess on stream that's square? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know PlayStation buttons. Right, maybe do it a little bit better this time. You can take this in third. Yeah, third is the way to do that. I tried to shift down to second, but I got first instead on lap 1. So like, no matter how I went about that, I was doing it wrong. There we go. I always, like, keep on the throttle around that corner, and I end up understeering and going really wide on that final corner. So I guess the way to do it is to not do that, however you can. Alright. This one. So I think this was last time, I got a really bad bounce on one of the curbs, I think on lap 3, and it was completely out of my control. I never paid attention to what nitrous I got after the neon race, but like this one's green as well, so I don't know what causes that. Jag Shimash, what does that mean? The high moving. Yeah, controller overlay. I totally copied this from George. Like, I got him to help me out. Because I've always liked his controller overlay. He's very compact. So I was like, George, can you help me get that? And then he did it for me. Because it's like, it's just gamepad viewer, except it's like all the buttons are very compacted, like down into one space. I guess I should say I don't actually use a PS4 controller, despite the fact it looks like I am. Like, the only reason it shows a PS4 controller is that's because what George uses, and I've copied his settings, or like he copied his settings for me and then sent me the thing. I used to use controller overlay back in the day, like, and by 2016 Need for Speed Underground 2 records, I've got controller overlay on that, but it's like the full controller and it takes up a very large portion of the screen. Oh, that was slow. Whatever. This hasn't been the best import series so far. And now we've got the MRS, so anything could happen. I also need to remember to skip the intro cutscene. I want to go like scratch my nose. Using Xpadder to show inputs, I've never heard of that. That sounds like a very kind of old school thing to do. I can understand how you get that to work though, that sounds very jank. Whoa, okay, that was a bit of a weird bounce there. 41 is fine. I think I've got like 41 like 3 times in a row now in these streams. Modern V8 is 234. I am 26 seconds ahead, okay. Yeah, this run is like, for some reason, doing really well. Even though I don't feel like I'm driving particularly well, so maybe it's just like a good day for my driving. But now's where the hard to drive cars start showing up, so... $39, that's good. I was in for like a 39 here. Alright, Camaro race. This one's genuinely one of the harder races in the entire run. And it's like less than... well, it's about a third of the way in, I guess. A little bit over a third of the way in. Hey, there we go, nice wall grind. The angle for that wall grind, when I was going into it, it felt really weird. I thought that, like, high chance of that spinning me out, but it actually went perfectly, so, whatever, I'll take it. Wow, it was really illuminating the car there, like the whole body section was just white. Nice. This has been like 2 really good wall grinds in a row here. The key is to just go into the wall grind and hold right. So you like wall grind into the turn, you don't hold left. If you do that, you just spin out. But like there's kind of like there's an art to the amount that you've got to hold right. If you hold right too much, then you end up just wall grinding on the right side instead. And losing a whole bunch of speed. I'm trying to think, this is probably the hardest wall grind in the run. Or the one with like the most potential to mess up. Alright, there we go. That was 3 good wall grinds. I'm very pleased with this Camaro race. Because my driving outside of the wall grinds was like pretty decent as well. Alright. Now just Firebird. I never know like how you'd optimize this course. Because it's just a figure 8. I think this one's more just a case of like don't screw up. And also get in front early, that's very important. I barely even noticed the graphical bug with this car because of how red it is. I'm gonna try using Sick for around turn 1. I don't remember if I usually do that or not. Like, this sort of thing is muscle memory to me, so I don't consciously know if I use 5th or 6th around that corner. I feel like I usually use 5th though. I'm gonna try and use 6th. There might be a good reason that I don't usually use 6th here. But you can use 6th around here and then nitrous out of the corner, and you don't like waste any time with shifting then. Yeah, I think that might be the way to do it. If I haven't already been doing that. Okay, someone spun out there. I went wide deliberately. I've still got quite a lot of nitrous left and it's coming up for the final lap. I should probably use that along the straight. Neat. Okay, so now I'm like 32 seconds ahead of my best time or my best derust run, which is still really odd. I don't get it. I mean, I've only done 4 of these, and only 3 of them have had splits, so this was bound to happen, but like, I don't feel like I'm driving all that much better than I was yesterday or the day before. That front bumper on this car is so, like, over the top. Like, that just looks silly. So all-wheel drive series, which is what I'm currently on, is one of the series where I usually lose a lot of time just to not really driving the cars all that well. Which is kind of stupid because the all-wheel drive cars in this game are by far the easiest to drive. But because they're easy to drive, there's also a lot of optimization you can do with, like, how you take corners. Oh, okay, yeah, I turned too early there. So I had a bad angle going into that hairpin. Whatever. I've also got some nitrous going into the final lap this time, which is unusual. I usually forget to, like, ration my nitrous and end up using it all on, like, lap 2. I think one of the ways to optimize this course is to make sure you have nitrous on all of the laps so you can nitrous out of these corners, because you lose a lot of speed going around those tight corners. So yeah, I think a good way to try and save time on the laps on here is to, like, make sure you have nitrous going out of them. Took that a bit better this time. Oh, I went really wide though. That was just a stupid mistake. It's fine though. It wasn't terrible. Alright, so next up Subaru 2. That is number 3. I don't want to select number 2 again. Don't want to accidentally enter that really long event with the Eva, like I did 2 days ago. So this is probably my strongest course in the all-wheel drive series. Oh, okay, that wall grind was really bad, holy shit. Wow. I lost a bunch of speed. Last time the wall grinds here went pretty good. Wow, the car just went, like, totally white there. So this one I deliberately use a bunch of my nitrous early, because the wall grinds are fairly likely to give you nitrous leak anyway, so I get the nitrous out the way early so I don't lose it to a leak. Oh yeah, that's more like it. And then this one. Alright. So lap 1 was just unfortunate, I guess. That wasn't the best wall grind, but I didn't lose a bunch of speed like lap 1. Yeah, the car just goes totally white along here, that's funny. Alright, now just the Evo, which I consistently drive really badly, which is odd because I don't remember ever driving this one really badly previously. But yeah, I'm not good at this one anymore apparently, so I need to work on this. Oh no, this is bad. I kind of got stuck behind one of the cars there, so I had to do like a massive dive into turn 1 to make sure I stayed in front. Alright, it's usually this corner I mess up. Okay, well that went alright. I did that kind of slow though. Oh, that section is also pretty, there's like a... When the road evens out, because it's going downhill and then the road evens out. When it evens out like that, there's a bit of a bump and it can send you in like a strange direction if you don't keep it under control. This whole section of Southside Beach is just very bumpy as is, so cars which are like super susceptible to bumps suffer, like especially here, and this is one of the cars which suffers. I'm gonna wall grind here. I mean, that worked. Maybe I should do that more often. It's like I had nitrous to spare and I had lots of speed, so I was like, instead of slowing down for that corner, why not just grind the rail? Maybe that's the strat. I don't think my PB does that. This has been a better Evo than usual, I'm glad to say. I still think there's a lot of time to be saved here just by optimizing corners. All-wheel drive cars have a lot of grip, so you can really kind of push the limits of your grip around the corners. Yeah, I just looked at my lap time at the end of lap 3 there, and I saved a whole load of time. That was my best lap by far. Alright, so this is 1, 3, 4, yeah. Because number 2 is the Mustang and we don't do that one. Alright, so I need to remember for the future to use that wall grind with the Evo on lap 2 and 3. And I should also check if my PB does that. This one is just incredibly simple and uninteresting like usual. You just wait on the AI to cross the line, nothing I can do to improve my time here. Oh my god. That was awkward. I don't actually know what would happen if I got third there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with, what would happen if I get third there. Alright, so 3 and 4. Hi, George. You're supposed to be doing errands? Well, do them. Any reason why you're not doing them? Oh, you gotta support your dude. Thanks. So, yeah, this one's, well, supposedly difficult. I don't find it all that difficult. I know Crofty finds it very difficult. Okay, I'm kind of spinning a bit. But yeah, in the rain with a old Corvette, not really the best situation here. Well, yeah, maybe there is a way you can do both, depends what the errands are. I always say I don't find this one particularly difficult and then subsequently end up driving it terribly. That's just kind of, I suppose, maybe I'm not as good as I think I am. I think I say that because, like, whenever Crofty says he finds this one hard, I think he says it's like a run killer. I think that's what he implies, but I never find this one to be like a run killer. It's more just like, I'm not the best at driving it, even though I think I'm actually alright. Maybe it's just like comparatively speaking. Become a phone person. Yeah, I suppose. You've got like an old Windows phone though, so you'd need a better phone, I think, before you could become truly a phone person. And so would I, if I were to ever want to become a phone person. You like the silence when you're gone? Oh yeah. When I'm out and about, which is incredibly rarely, especially this year, I never have like my data on, so I don't get notifications or anything. I'd only get text messages, but then nobody except for my family will message me on my phone. Yeah, being available wherever would be nice, but I think that might, like, I don't know, that would stress me out if I was out and about, like, doing errands. And then I got a message from, like, a restream, like, whatever you do, you know, like, restreaming stuff, saying that they, like, needed your help. AI in the way. Oh yeah, I hue shifted the, I mean, I had the color correction thing already to do the opacity, so I was like, maybe I should change the colors, that might be fun. Oh, that was bad, I grinded a lot there. Is that, oh, is it basically the trans flag colors? I mean, I'm not hinting at anything, but, no, whatever, I'm not complaining. Of my past? Yeah, it's nice to be streaming again. I think since I've, you know, kind of come back to streaming, I've streamed, I think this is like my 13th stream. Since like mid-September. And I took a break of like 3 weeks. So, yeah, I've been streaming a lot, is basically what I'm trying to say. I mean, I'm used to not being able to stream. Wait, no, I'm used to streaming with low specs. That's the thing. Because it's been worse than this before. But it was worse than this before because of my internet, not because of my specs. But back in the day, back in like 2016, I was streaming in like 240p. This has been a really bad charger, but I think that's just because I'm like talking. Yep. How can I forget? Alright, so this is I think this is 1, 2, 3. This is Japanese supercar, so this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was good times, because I think like you and TKM were in the call. And then Grennan was in my chat and he was like, what's going on with the audio? Ah, that was awkward. Tried to correct myself, just went too far right. This is one which I have been practicing because I suck at this. This is one of the harder cars to drive. And I'm still not really doing all that well. Yeah, I very much know my mistakes when they happen. Virgin move. I was looking at chat, so I just crashed into that wall. Yeah, that is very much a virgin move on my part, but I mean, that's apt. Oh, this is going so badly. Backup line, yeah. And the backup line right into a wall. Oh, so this is 1, 2, 3. Like, often in Need for Speed the Run when I notice there's no way to... Yeah, like, if there's a traffic car in your way and you either get a crash cam or you go into the wall, sometimes it's just better to go into the wall. I don't think there's any reason in this game why you could, like, use that excuse, though. So I've just begun to realise that in the Japanese Supercar series there's only one race where you can actually save any time. Because this one it's all down to the AI, and then in race 3 it's like an auto-scroller, it's a show-off event, so it's always 3 minutes. So yeah, literally Japanese Supercar number 1 is the only race where you can actually save any time, and I drove that one pretty badly, so this is going to be a slow Japanese Supercar series. Yeah, this game has drag races. It's kind of... I mean, they're not the worst, but in terms of speedrun, you can only progress through the menus in drag races after you've finished once all of the AI have crossed the line. So in a speedrun sense, this isn't about how well you do it, it's just about how well the person in last does it. And that's completely out of my control. Need for Speed The Wall. Yeah, the famous Pink Floyd album. Oh wait, I split. Whoops. I need to go back a split. No, that was pause timer. What is my go back a split button? Okay, that button. Okay. I split too early. I thought, like for some dumb reason, I thought for a sec there that sprint race was the last one in the Japanese Supercar series. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, because of the German wall, I remember that joke. Because, yeah, like fucking, it was like you, T-Dog, and someone else, right? Bonus move. Oh yeah, speed booster. Does that still exist? Like, who's in the top 3 now? Oh yeah, I saw that happening like in the mod chat, that a bunch of speed boosters highlights were taken down. It might have been a DMCA thing. Oh, Vortex, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Vortex is very good. It's funny, because I knew about Vortex before I knew he did Need for Speed runs, because I knew him from like his Trackmania stuff. Like, while I was out of the Need for Speed runs community, I played a bit of Trackmania, and I'd like heard about Vortex from that, because he was in some of like Relu's tournament video things, I don't know. I haven't been involved with like Trackmania in a very long time. I just realised I haven't actually beaten the score I need yet, and I've got like a minute left. I should probably get on that. 360, there we go. I don't have to worry now, I can just park. Yeah, and then I showed up in Need for Speed runs again, and then Vortex was there. I didn't mention anything, but I was like, wow, I recognise him from videos. Live split fun? I don't remember. It's not really like I can check, because you know when I click out the window, it like makes the screen go black and it pauses the game. Otherwise I would check, because I've got nothing to do right now. I don't remember what the layout you gave me was, that was a while ago now. Alright, I think we're grand final now? Yeah, we're grand final. Nice. Apparently, my splits say, not that you can see the splits on stream, but I'm a minute ahead of my best derust time. So this might be, this can potentially be a sub 130, which would be really cool. I need to focus. My real PB is a 127.55. Second place is, I think, a mid 129. And the times I've been getting recently during these derust streams has been about a 131. Yeah, I have world record. This is like the one game I care about. It would suck if I didn't have world record. I'm gonna jinx it, but I'm gonna say I've had no actual spin-outs for this entire run so far. They'll probably be coming on the 2 Viper races. Let's see how my Viper driving is today. Oof, that was kind of very slow. Oh yeah, I forgot, people get in the way. Gotta deal with this Supra. And that RX-8 which looks to have spun out. Right, nice. So next up is Supra. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about this goddamn Supra race for a sec. Flashy orange Supra. Okay, this isn't good. I want to be ahead of this guy as early as possible. There we go. I used kind of a lot of nitrous there at the beginning. Should probably hold off. Bouncy corner. There we go, that was pretty good. That's probably like the hardest couple corners in the on the track. So it's always very good when you can take those with a lot of speed. Ooh, that was a bit of a bounce. Good lap 2 so far. Took that pretty well. This has been a really good lap 2. That was a bit of oversteer there. I'll read that at the end of this lap, George. I tried to read it along that straight and I almost crashed into the wall. I'm not very good at reading chat. Alright, so lap 1 was kind of mediocre, but then lap 2 and 3 were really good. That's alright. I'm fine with that. The fuckers at Twitch actually don't have an API to find all games that have the driving racing game tag and can't search live channels by tags. For fuck's sake, why are website APIs so shitty? So, what do you need that for? Is it something to do with like the stream bot? This absolutely looks like Ubercharge. It looks like my NSX has Ubercharge and I'm on blue team. Okay, that was a weird curb clip there, but I made it work, fortunately. Oh, that was bad. That jump is always just very risky. It's kind of hard to do that one well. So I've got a pretty like good schedule down for what wall grinds I do here. Like I know which ones I want to take. I take the first one on lap 2 and 3, and then the last one every lap, and that's coming up right now. There we go. Errands can wait, nice. Well, this run isn't nearly over. This run's got like 18 minutes probably. But I'm probably gonna cut stream after I'm done with this. Oh, that's bad. Like, I try to keep these streams short so I can do them every day. That's kind of my goal here. Although I have been wanting to do career all host, but I need more time to like develop the route for that. And like remember what the route actually is. I want to play through the route a couple times before I actually just go right in for a speed run of it. I also need to decide how much RNG I'm going to put in that run, because it's a case of like more RNG but like the run's quicker, or less RNG and it's more safe but like it's slower. That was kind of slow. Okay. No steering damage, please. Okay, that was really slow. That's fine though. Because that wasn't... like, that's not a very fast straight after the wall grind anyway. So if you do a little bit of a spin or whatever, it's okay. This is the one instance where the graphical bug with the fucking paint on the car is actually distracting me a little bit just because of how intense this is. No steering damage, please. Okay, we're good. That jump is like, no matter how you do it, there's always huge potential to just like have something really bad happen. Whether it's crash into the wall or like spin or get a weird landing. Alright, so Hopefully no steering damage on this final wall grind, but I mean it doesn't matter, the finish line's right around the corner anyway. Okay, we're good. I feel like I've never got steering damage on this one, but I'm always so scared of it just because of how many wall grinds there are. It's always in the forefront of my mind. Oh, fucking hell. Weird curb bounce, nothing I can do about that. Alright, final 2 races. I'm kind of pretty into this run right now, like, once I realized there's a potential of a sub 130, I was like, okay, I really need to focus. Because before I didn't even care, I was just like, I just need to become consistent. But now there's actually a goal. It's like, I'm invested. So I think 6th gear isn't worth it along this straight. I'm glad the final Viper is red, because the red makes the graphical bug look a lot less intense. For some reason, like the red cars seem to suffer from this like graphical bug a lot less, which means it will be less distracting hopefully. I'm beginning to realize the stock Viper doesn't have a turbo. I'm trying to think how feasible a sub 130 actually is, because my RX-7 driving was pretty like mediocre. Supra driving was good. NSX driving was I don't know, kind of average. Not really sure. And it's like I'm at the end of the last split I was 1 minute ahead, so if I'm any quicker than PB, or my, you know, derust PB. Then this will be a sub 130. It does have an OV. What is an OVA? Is this like a car term which I don't know? Oh. Yep. Because that's all you use this car for in the Carbon run, right? It's like you just buy it so you can overtake Wolf and then unlock the Corvette. Oh my god, there's still another lap. I always think this one's only 2 laps and then I get like surprised when there's actually a 3rd one. I guess this is the penultimate race in the entire arcade, so I suppose it would be long. I think 6th gear along that straight might actually be worth it. It just doesn't feel like it. Because you shift up into 6th and then you have like no revs, but the car's still gaining speed. It's just very slow. Oh, it looks like I'm lapping somebody. I don't usually lap anyone on this course. I guess they spun out like twice. Didn't mean to shift up there. Oh, that's bad. Oof. Okay, this has been, I feel like, an average, maybe slightly... Okay, this is bad. This is now bad. I got like... First I crashed onto the inside wall, and then I got a really weird corner clip thing, which I couldn't do anything about. Alright, final race, here we go. I'll go full focus like usual, probably won't talk much. Oh no, no. That sucks so badly. There was like pretty much nothing I could do about that either. That might be like RIP sub 130. Like that was completely out of my control. On the straight I was trying to overtake everyone like you do here. Trying to get in front of them early. And the car in front bonked. And just like totally messed me up there. Alright, at least I'm in front now. Now I will try and focus and make up all the time. That must have been like 10 seconds though. I feel like that was probably like a 10-second time loss. I sort of don't want to go for the wall grind now, because I've probably sustained a lot of damage from that crash. Yeah, I've already got nitrous leak. I should probably not go for that anymore, but I'm gonna need it if I want to save the time back. Ugh, and maybe I'll go for it lap 4, I'm not going for it lap 3. Already 13 seconds ahead of lap 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. If I drive this lap and lap 3 cleanly, I'll go for it lap 4. But having string damage for a whole lap on the final lap would be really bad. Is the type of damage you receive predetermined? First, it's if you've got nitrous, then first it's always nitrous leak. After that, it's steering damage, and then it's turbo damage. Oh fuck. Steering damage is worse than turbo damage, though. Oh my god, this is bad. On Just Eliminator, it's the other way around. So you get nitrous leak, which you get nitrous leak really easily in that game. Then you get turbo damage, then you get steering damage. So I think they figured out that steering damage is worse than turbo damage. Because like steering damage is like having a fucking dead zone issue. The car just steers to like in one direction. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to control my damage. Like, there's no damage meter or anything, so I don't know. There's kind of like subtle indicators, like your neons will start flickering. And then they'll go out altogether like they are now, and then like different parts of the car will start, you know, twitching as if they're gonna fall off, but bumpers and stuff never fall off in this game. I mean, there's like a couple animals where that's not so bad, in my opinion. I'm gonna get fucking cancelled for saying that. Okay, I'm going for the wall grind. And there we go, steering damage, nice. That's what I get for saying what I just said. So I've got a minute and a half to finish this. Yeah. Like, I feel like I could make a decent point, but I don't want anyone to take that out of context. Nice bot. Oh, thanks, George. I don't usually have any of my mods in chat, so I usually have to do that myself, or if I'm like mid-run I just have to wait until the run dies. I get those bots a lot, like, you can see how badly I'm driving here, right? Like, this is what the steering damage is doing. If I took my finger off the like stick right now, I'd just start steering right into the wall. This is very hard to control. I'm still lapping someone though. This is very hard to control. That's what I get for going for that lap 4 wall grind. Definitely not worth it. So essentially that crash at the beginning, which was out of my control, sort of led to a series of events which got me steering damage. And yeah, this isn't sub 130, I just realised. I lost, what, about 25 seconds in the grand final series, and I think it was mostly down to that one race. Yeah, so it's basically like Zero's a dead zone with sensitivity boost. Oh well. That's still a really good time. And I am sort of willing to accept that the time that I lost in that final race wasn't my fault, even though I did play it quite risky with that wall grind on lap 4, which ended up giving me steering damage. Alright, yeah, I was just thinking like maybe there's something else I want to do, but no, I'll end stream here. I should see if there's anyone to raid, although I don't think I have like 5 people, so it's not going to show up anyway. nobody in Need for Speed Runs. I don't see anyone in George's server either. Alright, and I'm not following anyone who's live, but I like follow 3 people anyway. I follow George, Badger, and JV. Alright, so in that case, thank you for watching. This was good. I'm pleased with this. Because I was expecting to get like a, you know, close to a 130. I mean close to a 131, you know, because I'm just trying to be consistent and my previous runs have been like a 131. And then it got to a point in the run where I was like, hey, this might be a sub 130, so I think this is an indication that I'm getting better. Or at least like getting back to the level that I once was, slowly. But yeah, thank you for watching, George and Moofing specifically. I don't know if there's anyone else watching, but if you were, then thank you. Yeah, I will see you next time. There'll probably be tomorrow, if I remember, if I keep to this schedule of doing like 1 run a day. Alright, so see ya.